We're rolling here, we're rolling. Good afternoon. About the whole impeachment thing, why are we not being honest with ourselves? From the top tier elite class to us peasants who depend on that class so much for our daily bread. When did we become a country where one person can literally hold the whole country still for a month? Nothing else is being talked about. We have very dubious deals being passed. We have very dubious deals being signed by our government. But we're still so based on this one particular person. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve the attention. I'm just saying that it's probably too much for a country that has myriad more shit to deal with. I mean, even the public participation that birthed the revolution that we saw in June 26th, the Gen Z demonstrations and everything. Even that did not receive the numbers that the public participation about the impeachment of our beloved deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua. I mean, the halls were filled. Now, the problem is now, it begs the question, yeah. What are our priorities? If you're being genuine about ourselves and what we really stand for, what are our motivations? What pushes us to do and think the things we do here? I don't want to get philosophical here because philosophy and the state, you know what I'm saying? So there is that. My wonder is, if we saw that vigor, the verve, and the force that our honorable MPs had in trying to see one of theirs out of the office, it's crazy. Imagine that energy, if we had that energy and we put it to things that really matter to the country and things that really matter to the common knowledge. I don't know, maybe I'm just out of date and time and my thinking is probably outdated. But I feel we are the problem. Individually, we are the problem. And the most important thing is you start changing yourself from the individual level. I dismissed the whole revolution thing the day it started. Because I could read between the lines of what those revolutionaries were saying about saving the country and finance, whatever, that was stupid. And everyone has to kujita mkutano, Everyone has to sit down silently in a room alone and think about who they are and what they do, why they do it, who makes them do that, what motivations they have, who inspires them, what drives them, what makes them sleep at night, because that is important. A sin to you might be a blessing to someone else, yeah? So you might be here hollering and no, we cannot kill innocent people. We are civilized. We are a modern society. That bullshit, but you can't condemn a man who only sleeps when he has killed someone. So condemning that man, don't get me wrong here, please. Condemning that man for taking innocent blood of Kenyans and, to him seems like a very trivial thing to him. If you had to sit with that person and everyone was to be honest with themselves, I feel we would gather why they do whatever they do, or why they decide to do things the way they they do that. So it all starts with you as an individual. Shed off all the coats that you've been wearing. I'm a Kenyan, I'm an accountant, I'm a film director. Shed all that and remain with who you are at the core, like truly, intimately, who you really are. They say, I saw a quote that says, you are who you are when no one is watching, or something of that sort, right? And yes, if we all could like sit down and think about who we really are and what we really want and why we are really in this world at this particular time, in space. Yeah. I feel we can have much better society for our kids, because for us it's gone. That's I'm sorry, but it's gone. We all know that. So for the better of our kids and their kids and their kids, if hope they won't be anti-network, less violently search for what we are, for who we are, individually, personally, before we start groping up and trying to change the whole system and everything, just for your own sake. Like, start by trying to know who you are. That step is actually like half the way of all the journey you need to like save the world. Because by knowing who you are, by knowing by knowing who you are, you can change the world in your own small little ways within the time and space you're given to do that. So before you go jamming and the system is down, the government is the one who's like pushing us down and oppression and stuff. Ask yourself, why are you so startled by what the government is doing? It's been doing that for ages. Why is it especially for you that you feel now life is almost extra difficult? But we've been having people who say that for decades and decades ago. It all starts with you and me, so we can change and become better people in our spaces, in our own cute little spaces that we are now. And once we change that small space, I think the boundaries will start expanding and your effect will be felt better and better and better. And within time, we might have changed the world in your own personal and true way. I don't know if I've made sense. I don't make sense most of the time. But I've used words. Don't use those words to harm me up. That is the only way I can express myself. Thank you. Let's meet the next one. There will be a next one because this country is going to shit and there is content like everywhere to do that. So cheers till the next one, yeah.